Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the war room.
Thank you.
To TJ's top 10 teams on a Wednesday.
Not looking forward
TJ,
to
are
it.
you nervous? Because last week you did pretty well.
Thank
I
you.
would even say you did good last week.
It was week 1, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
And
not
hey,
bad.
we're only in week 2. This one wasn't easy either.
Okay.
Because what the heck, NFL? Why can't we just distinguish the good teams from the bad, you know? It's always got to be, oh, this team's in it. Like, where do you put the Lions? Where do you put the Giants? You know, this is a tough season. We're off to a tough season.
The Lions so much higher than I ever thought.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I've got 20.
Yeah,
So,
and no.
There were some teams that were in there last week, and I'm very curious to see where they're at this week. Like
Yeah,
the
there's
Bengals, for example.
there's new teams in here, and there's teams that are in here that, or no, there's
If you
teams
have the
that
Bengals in
were
your
in here
top
that aren't.
10, dude, we're going to have a problem. We're
Well,
going to have a big problem. I'm telling you
number
right now.
10 is actually not the Bengals. It is the Vikings.
All right.
So they bumped down pretty heavy. I think I had them at 6.
Yeah. I have them at 9 for myself. They got pretty beat by the Eagles.
Yeah.
However,
Bad.
Kirk Cousins in prime time, it's just kryptonite. He sucks at it. He always loses. Eagles look insane. I'm
Yeah.
still not down on the Vikings yet.
I'm also
Not off
not
of that
down
game.
on them, but they are definitely bumped down because some other teams had to move up.
Yeah.
And I just, looking at them, I'm like, if they were to play the Vikings today, I think that the Vikings would lose. But yeah, that's my number 10 team to kick things off.
So I'm very curious because the Vikings play the Lions this week, and I think that's going to tell a
That's-
lot for
yeah,
both
That
teams.
is
Yep.
that
And
is.
I'm
think so.
very excited for that.
I
That
know.
could put the Lions in the top of their division.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I know.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Good for them.
I don't know, because that makes it tough. Because then what? Do the Lions end up in the top 10?
I think if they beat the Vikings, I think you got to have the Lions higher than the Vikings.
The thing is, Lions have been putting up 30-some points, but they're also giving up over 30
Yeah?
points.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, they'd be 3-0 at that point. That would be insane.
Well, no, they lost.
they lost week 1.
Yeah, they lost.
did
week
they?
one, yeah.
Yeah. They were coming
you're
back,
Right, you're
and
right.
then
You're
they
right. You're
lost.
right. Yeah.
Whoever they played.
Number 9.
Eagles. It was the Eagles week 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eagles. Number 9, I have the Packers. So kind of a bounce back from week 1. They looked
Yeah.
really good against Chicago.
They did. Aaron Rodgers owns them. He still does.
I have them at number 11. They're outside of my top 10.
Really?
Mhm.
Because week 1, in my opinion, week 1 was a fluke for Green Bay.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. Because
Yeah,
they
sure.
looked so freaking bad week 1.
Well, their defense really stepped up in the run game, but there's still no signs of any passing game on that team.
Yeah.
And they played a crappy team in the Bears.
Yeah, they can't do that.
So
Well, yep.
Week 3 is also going to tell a lot for this team as well because they're going up against the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
So that's going to really show again how good they are. What that
mhm.
defense really is, if they can pass, and I don't think they're going to be able to.
Yeah,
I don't think so either.
Like, I don't hate that you have them at 11. Honestly, like, there's probably like 5, maybe 6 teams that could go between like 8 and 12.
Yeah.
So again, not like I'm confident in my top 4 again, but everything
Ooh.
else I feel like can be wherever just because it is week 2 again.
Okay.
But
All right.
they're number 9. Number 8, I have the Dolphins. They were not in my top 10 last week.
Fin up, baby.
I'm surprised you have them this low.
I
This
have
low.
them at 6.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't in my top 10 last week, so to put them at number 6 just like that is really
It is,
aggressive.
but the
I don't
teams,
hate it.
other teams, I was like, I mean, because I have the Vikings below them. I had the Ravens obviously below them. They beat them.
Yeah.
The Pack, I don't know. It was hard to not have them any lower than that.
By the way, everybody, I feel like a Debbie Downer right now. I have a really bad sore throat. That's why I'm not talking too much. Just to let everybody know. I'll try and bring the mood down. But anyways,
Thanks, dude.
This dude just went through his third
Thanks for that.
vasectomy.
Thanks for that disclaimer.
I just already know there's gonna be comments like, "What's up? What's up?" All right. Anyways, actually, I'm not too mad at that.
I love the Dolphins right now, and I think it's just because they're an underdog team, so that's why I'm riding with them. And I want to see Tua do well, and so far he's done well. So I just want it to continue. I want to keep it riding. Again, another huge game for them in Week 3. They're playing the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, that's
if
gonna
they
be a good
beat
one.
the Bills somehow, which I don't think they're going to be able to do, because that is the best team in the NFL right now.
That's the game this
That'll put
week.
them. That's the
Week
game this
3.
week at
That's
1
awesome.
o'clock.
Yeah.
That's going to put them in the head of their division,
Yeah.
and that's a lead over the Buffalo Bills with a beating over the Buffalo Bills, which is huge for them. That would be huge. But
Now,
hey, we'll see what happens.
thinking about it, you guys are not going to like my number 7, and I don't think I like my number 7 either.
It's going to be the Ravens.
Here we go.
Oh, wait.
The
Oh, it's
Rams.
Oh, jeez.
What do you mean? Oh wait, what does that mean?
Do you have the
Oh, wait,
Ravens?
what?
Oh, jeez, where are
You
the
messed
Ravens
up.
at?
Shoot.
Oh my god.
The Ravens aren't in here.
No, they are.
Oh, jeez.
So what?
TJ.
I
I'm kinda
think
curious
so.
What made you put the Rams at 7? Where'd you
No.
have them
I
last
don't
week?
think he meant to.
I didn't mean to. Go to number 6.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's the
Okay,
Rams.
yeah.
That's the Rams. That's not the Ravens.
So where's
I
the
meant,
Ravens?
Oh my
I meant to
God.
have the Ravens at number 7.
Above the Dolphins.
Yeah, which now that I'm thinking about it,
Oh.
you know,
They
You
just
could
beat
put
the
them at
Ravens,
8.
That's why I can't.
And they came back and beat
Yeah.
them too.
I get that. But I
It was really
really,
close. I guess it
I'm
could've
still
went
really
either
high on
way.
the Ravens.
Yeah.
So am I.
Which-
It's just because they beat them. I was just like, well,
yeah, no,
I'll give them respect this
agree.
week.
Yeah,
Um,
honestly, that's one of those odd ones where if you had the Ravens like one spot above the Dolphins, I wouldn't be like too upset.
But that's where I do have. I did not mean
A
to
lot
put
of
them at
people
6.
probably a lot of people are gonna be mad though about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one where
Yeah.
you could interchange them, and I wouldn't be upset.
Baltimore supposed to have a really good defense. They do have a good defense. They gave up all
Oh,
those
do they?
points
That-
in the
but-
fourth quarter. So
But
it's like,
that
yeah,
was
exactly. Do they have a good
such
defense?
an offensive battle.
Or does the
though.
Dolphins have a good offense? It's just a lot of question marks so far that we have to figure out because it's only week 2. We got
Yeah.
to see what's more consistent, the Ravens defense or the Miami
I
Dolphins
know,
offense.
people are still really trying not to believe in Tua. They were like pointing out, like, yeah, I mean, all those touchdowns though, they were like wide open though. We got to see him. Fit in. We got to see him fit into some tight windows. Which
People are funny.
I mean, sure, I guess, but like, I don't know. Like,
There were quite a few where they were wide open.
Yeah.
But, like
I
That's
don't know.
not
He
his
still
fault.
threw for
He's still-
400 some
Yeah,
yards. I
exactly.
mean, that's I don't know.
He's still making tight windows.
Yeah, Rams are meant to be at number 6.
Where'd you have the Rams last week? I'm very curious.
7. They were at number 7.
So you had them go up.
Yeah, because I felt like because I
him
had
go down.
I
was
had the
gonna say, I
Ravens higher, so I had to move the Ravens to number 7.
Yeah, I have the Rams at 8. I don't know.
Rams
They
at
just they were blowing that game out, and
Yeah.
they really just
They almost gave up a
fell
lead.
apart. Stafford's still throwing picks.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
the most games with consecutive picks in the NFL. Like,
I think currently actually the Dolphins and Ravens better than the Rams.
Yeah.
so
I
do
agree.
I.
I've
That's
seen
why
I do too.
I have
don't.
the Rams
I
beneath
don't.
them.
I think if the Rams play these teams,
The whole
that they would
Stafford
win.
with his turnovers thing is very
Mhm.
concerning.
Yep.
It's very concerning.
Yep. And that's what we talked about
They're
going
sloppy,
into this
man.
season. Yeah. Especially with that injury that still apparently is nagging him also.
Their
Yeah.
defense just doesn't seem as elite as it should be.
Mm.
So-
Aaron Donald, I don't.
They're
did
one
he
play
really do
away
much?
from like letting that game get out of hand.
Yeah,
that
I know.
interception by Jalen Ramsey. Like
Yeah.
if that pass was a little bit lower,
That would have won them
Like-
the game potentially. Yeah. The Falcons. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm concerned about them.
Number 5, big ups for the Eagles.
Yeah.
They looked
Who
really
the heck
good.
do you have above the Eagles
I was
right
gonna
now?
say I
So
have
curious.
the Eagles
Chargers.
at number 3 just because
Holy
I have
crap.
them being,
Wow.
to me they're the
Joe.
best team in the NFC.
Where did you have them
Wow.
last week?
They're the best team in the NFC.
Where
I
did
mean,
you
I
have
can't
them last
argue
week?
that too much. That sounds pretty
last
stupid.
week-
does.
6 spots at 9.
Jumper, dude. That
There
is.
we go.
To me, they're the
There
best
we
team
go.
in the NFC.
So they beat the Lions and then they beat the Vikings.
Yep. Which I know they're not like really
Man,
stellar.
That's pretty
wins.
aggressive,
That is
man.
aggressive, dude.
Wow. You have them at 3.
What team in the NFC is better than them? Do you think?
I mean,
The
this is a
Bucks?
32-team power
I know.
rankings.
I don't know about the Bucks.
I think
Really?
the 49ers are better than them.
Well, what about now?
Their record doesn't show, but because of week 1.
I'm gonna see what happens.
Dang, that's pretty aggressive, dude.
I don't care.
I mean, sure. I don't think
me,
they're,
they're
they're
the
not
best team in
they're
the
not better
NFC.
than the Chargers. Are they better than the Chargers to you?
I don't know. It's close.
Wow.
Well, it doesn't seem close to you. You said they're number 3. They're the best team in the NFC.
Yeah,
Well,
the
why are we
Chargers
talking about
two
Joe's
worst
power
teams.
rankings right now? What are we doing?
All right. Well, yeah. Freaking Eagles looked really good. They bumped up a ton. I'm excited to see what do we know they play this week? They
I don't know who they play.
Oh,
They play. Keep talking. I'll figure
they
it out.
just looked really good, offense and defense. Both sides out there, they looked really good. Yeah, I don't know. The Eagles, just in my opinion, are top. They're a top
freaking
5
good,
team.
dude. And look at their division. They got no competition in there. Shoot.
The Eagles are playing the
What about the Giants? They're
Washington
2-0, bro.
Commanders.
I don't care.
That's a game. That's a game I'm excited to see.
Divisional
actually.
game?
What-
Could go either way. Carson Wentz has been,
Yeah, he's been
he's at the top.
surprisingly
of the passer
good.
rating
I was gonna say the offense
thing
for the
here.
Commanders has not been bad. It's their
Yeah.
defense that's
Uh-huh.
really stinking.
Which is
out.
crazy because we came into the season saying their defense is stellar and their offense isn't going to be able to click.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. I'd say I'm confident with the Eagles top 5 too. I have the Bucks at number 4.
Okay.
As do I.
They're just the Bucks, dude.
Oh. Okay. This is interesting.
He said, "Oh."
Go ahead, keep going.
He said, "Oh."
I think you have a team out of here. I think.
All right, go number 3.
Huh?
The Chargers.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, you don't.
Oh wow.
Never mind. Sorry.
I moved the Chargers ahead of the Buccaneers just because the way they played against the Chiefs, they just looked really. The Bucs looked really slow against the Saints, and the Chargers looked really fast against the Chiefs.
The Chargers, to me, great team. That's a game they just needed to win, in my opinion.
Is there any update on Herbert?
I don't know.
No.
That's gonna.
I just feel like the way they did play great. So that to me was a game that they absolutely needed to win.
Yeah.
But
And that just shows that they just they need to win those big games, and
I
they
don't
still. I mean, that was one
that game to me showed me that the Chiefs are that good, that much better.
I don't think the Chiefs really played that great that game, to be honest.
They did. The
think
Chargers
they
did
just stuck
really
around.
well the first half, and then I don't know.
Yeah, but the Chiefs just always.
Chiefs are good.
They
I
I mean, the
still high on
Chiefs
the
are
Chiefs.
probably always going to be in almost every game.
Uh-huh.
They're just good at sticking around. But that
Mhm.
game from the Chiefs did not impress me. Their defensive line impressed me.
Yeah,
But-
they were killing Herbert. I mean,
Yeah.
literally at the end of the game, he was holding his ribs.
I was looking at that interception at the end of the game, which was like, or not even end of the game. I think it was like
Pick
middle
six.
of the
Yeah,
game. Yeah, the pick six. I don't know what happened there actually, because it didn't look like Herbert actually got touched.
Gerald Everett was. Oh, is that where he got hurt? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't know. That's just it
Did
looked
like the
he just threw a
99-yard pick
bad
six
pass.
that
Yeah.
lost. Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Jared Everett was tired trying to come off the field, and the coaching staff told him to get back on the field, and
Yeah.
that's who he threw it to.
Oh,
and
that's
he,
that play.
He was
okay.
winded. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because it just looked like he
And
like
then it
threw it
was-
right to the defender.
It was also like a miscommunication.
Yep.
Justin Herbert thought he was gonna be able to throw it inside, and Everett thought he could stay
Yeah.
outside and
Okay.
So you think?
straight into the defender's hands.
So you think if the Chargers and the Eagles played, you have the Eagles winning?
It could go either way, but yeah.
It could definitely
It
go
could
either
go either
way.
way.
Don't get
Oh,
me wrong.
it definitely could.
I would be
don't
putting
know.
my money on the Chargers personally,
That's what
I wouldn't put money on it.
but like,
I mean, if you look at, it's tough because I feel like the Chargers have faced better competition than the Eagles have faced so far. But the Eagles have looked like a more
and
complete
it's just
team.
what Slade just did to Justin Jefferson. He's
Yeah.
like one of the best in the league. I mean,
They did shut him down pretty hard.
I'm more
yeah.
worried, which again, yeah, he did keep up with them because again, Kirk Cousins would have had easy passes to him. But I'm more, was that Kirk or was that JJ or Slay even? Like Kirk just seemed like he just wasn't making passes.
that could be it too.
So I mean,
no,
I
Slay
could,
actually did lock him down very
I could
well.
be
Like,
jumping on the Eagles right now, but hey,
with what they're doing, you
to
can't.
me they're the best.
yeah.
To me, they're the best team in the NFC.
You can't look past them with what they've been doing so far. I want to really see what happens for
Yeah.
the rest of the
Yeah.
season
I could
because
look like an
you
idiot.
don't know.
That's cool.
that's
I mean,
what this is
their
all
team
about.
is pretty complete if you really
Yeah.
break it down and think about it.
Jalen Hurts has been balling out, dude.
He has
The defense is good.
And
Like
the
they
defense,
addressed
yep.
it. It is good.
Jalen Hurts proved me wrong because I thought Jalen Hurts would not be able to get it to any of his receivers. I thought he's going to really want to just scramble and keep it on the ground, but he's been able to hit A.J. Brown. He's been able to make really good passes, and it's been very impressive, and that's what's getting them these wins.
Yeah. Now, one thing that you guys are probably gonna be happy about is my 1 and 2, which I was reluctant to do it, but Chiefs 2,
Yeah.
and Bills are 1.
That's how it should be.
I mean, I'm not even reluctant to do it. The way the Bills just dominated against the Titans, they're the
That was
number one
not
team.
okay. I mean, they sat their starters out in the fourth quarter, which
What-
helped me win my fantasy
That's
game.
what I'm
so
saying,
thank
dude.
you.
If
Yeah.
you're sitting out people in week 2
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah,
up by
it's the
so
former
much,
AFC champs.
it's just like, oh my gosh. And the Chiefs, they beat the Chargers, but they didn't. It wasn't pretty.
I'm telling you, man, Bills are going to go on an absolute tear this season. They're going to be close
Yeah.
to being undefeated the entire season, I bet. They're going to
I'm
lose
not
like 2
against you,
games
dude.
max, I think.
I'm not against you. I'm
really
really curious to see how the Dolphins.
I thought that game
goes.
was actually because it was close for a hot second, and the Titans did score, and I was like, okay, hold on now and then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, Titans scored first, like you said. I was like, okay,
and
maybe
then
we're going to
Josh
have
Allen,
a ball game.
Josh Allen fumbled it. I said they've been turning the ball over, but it doesn't seem to matter.
It's Stephon Diggs is just too good.
And their defense is really good.
He's
too.
just too
Their
good. He had
defense is
another 3 touchdowns. like
It's-
that's
the Bills
insane.
the Bills are the best team.
I think he tied some record held by Jerry Rice, which you look at Jerry
Oh,
Rice
actually.
as the greatest receiver of
Wow.
all time.
It's kind of crazy though, because like Gabe Davis didn't even play yesterday. So like, who was their number 2 guy yesterday?
Isaiah McKenzie.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
The
How'd
guy
he
I
do?
traded away. But yeah, no question about it. Bills are the number 1 team.
For
going
Davis
into
White's
week
not even
3.
playing yet.
No.
Really?
No, he's not
Yeah,
even out there yet.
they're
They're
insane.
doing just fine.
They're insane. Again, I'm curious to see how the Dolphins game goes. If they can make the
Insane,
Dolphins
man.
look stupid, then game over. Lock it in. Super Bowl dub.
Hey, I'm just scared that game's gonna be too big for Tua mentally. Like that's
huge.
That's a big game right there.
It's a big game. I mean, anybody that goes against the Bills, they're just
I know.
Everybody's got the Bills number now.
The thing is too, like the Dolphins have some stamina going into it. They have some momentum, but again, just the Bills are just untouchable. Yeah. They're just a flaming ball coming at you right now, dude. Like Literally. It doesn't matter how hot you are. It doesn't matter. They're hotter.
Yeah. So that is week 2 of TJ's top 10 teams going into week 3 on a Wednesday, and we'll see you next week with a new top 10.
Bye.
Peace.